I think it's really important because it's almost like you don't know if you're allowed if you don't see it, which is really strange. Like, one of my mentors is this guy. A lot of people hearing this aren't gonna know. Guy's name's Daniel Williams. He used to be the executive director of this nonprofit called WEMCAT. And besides myself, I don't know any black executive directors, especially black men, especially ones that aren't scared to speak about the world or their city. And if not for him, I would think that all the executive directors or people who work in nonprofits have to look a certain way or operate a certain way. And I think that, again, by seeing people like that, it shows me that I can not only do that, but I can also push farther. That I could be even more radical or even more unapologetic, to where when I get to wherever I get, that people around me are going to see that that's possible and that they might be able to do that and take that even farther.
You want to see people that look like you, so that it gives you the strength and courage to do the same thing. And then also, when you don't see people that look like you, it gives you the strength and courage to be the first to do that. I hope that I'm doing that for somebody, because I have so many people doing it for me.
I think that I used to really identify with Ellen DeGeneres and felt inspired by her as someone who was a performer, who was a comedian, who became really successful, who had a downfall because of her coming out, and then rose back up to have a really successful career. I feel like I identify with her a little bit less. She's become a little bit less personable. Things have come out about her recently that she's not as nice as she seems and things like that. And jokes about how we need a new Supreme, a new role model. So we used to watch The Ellen Show, her sitcom, when I was a very young person. And when she came out on the show and when she came out in real life, well, her show was canceled for one, but even if it hadn't been canceled, we would not be allowed to watch it anymore anyway. So I remember that specifically, and that message coming across in my home of like being queer was not okay. And so then I remember as an 18-year-old taking my nephew with my mother to see Finding Nemo and hearing Ellen's voice as Dory. And I remember this like moment of connection and like, wow, like she's doing it again. They're letting this person who they know is queer have this big role. She is funny. She is like the biggest part of this movie. And that's really what launched into her talk show. And so I definitely felt that at the time, that I was like, this is cool. This is really cool. And I'm starting to believe in myself a little bit more and starting to be okay with myself a little bit more.